There was this guy that came out and made this video basically saying that if you make reaction style content, it's considered low effort, reaction channels aren't growing, and these large productions is the wave and whatever. I disagree. I'm gonna be honest with you, people have been talking about how they miss the age of content when things weren't so highly produced. It's a cycle. It goes from being, you know, the genuine videos, and then it eventually works its way to the high production. And then eventually people get tired of that and it goes back. The reason why reaction content is so big, there's a new reactor every single day, gang. I'm sorry to break it to you. Reaction channels are still on the up and up, and they will always be on the up and up because it isn't about the reaction. It's about the commentary that the person is giving in the reaction. So we got this video right here titled "Low Effort Content is Ruining YouTube." Let's dive into everything. Let's go.
A couple days ago, a video dropped on my timeline saying that the window for lazy content is over. The era of low effort is no more, and we are in a place and space where dumping a bunch of dollars, dumping a bunch of effort and energy into these big, brilliant, elaborate pieces of content is the way to go. We're talking about getting on the level of like Mr. Beast or Kaisanat or Arak. And so any of you reaction channels or people that chill at their house and make commentary
bot content bro, come on, bro.
Videos, you're cooked. And that's cool. And Jada Method, the creator of the video, made a bunch of different points.
I love how a guy who got 373 subscribers is telling everybody else how to do YouTube
in the video that we're going to talk about. But I think that that's a real surface level analysis, respectfully. The real question is, why does it feel like reaction / commentary content is struggling right now? I want to take a deep dive into why people feel this way. And I'm going to invite some friends along the way, so stick around for that. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way.
Yeah, do the same here, please.
We can't reach our goals without your contribution. Now, back into the video. Now gather around, children, as I tell this tale of early YouTube. A time in which thumbnails and titles didn't matter, silly little cat videos were the craze, and everybody, and I mean everybody, had a reaction channel. Everybody was making some sort of...
I'm not gonna lie, that's probably like what he said, the early YouTube, that was a whole different era, but the reaction era was what, like 2017? Back then, people weren't talking in their reactions. A lot of people didn't really even have personalities. Y'all remember Jinx? He would just sit there and just barely even say anything. Who's the big reactors back then? You had who? Tyrone Magnus. And then later on, it was like, Blasphemous HD was a big reactor. But he was one of those people that didn't really have a personality. Like a lot of the people who just mindlessly reacted and didn't say anything, they got left in that era. They fell off. People don't watch them anymore. The reason why people like Dante and Flight Reacts have been gone for so long and people want to continue to watch what they got going on is because of who they are. It's because of the commentary or whatever comedic timing that they have added to the video. I can guarantee you, I was looking at Flight's channel today. He pulls a steady 70K on a minimum video. He pulls a steady 70K. Why? Because people with him so much. You may not even watch the NBA, but you fuck with Flight, and you can go back and watch every single era that he had, bro. Same thing with Dante. Dante literally stopped doing music reactions so heavy, started a new channel, diversified his content, and came back up because of the insight that he had to offer and the jokes that he could do.
Low effort content.
Nobody likes being lied to, right? We have 50 lies that you still believe. What could these lies possibly be?
Just look at this.
This pass picked off by Jefferson.
Nah, this wasn't low effort though. Cash was an S-tier LeBron Glazer. Like he was really living that life. Like he would really, to this day, if somebody put a gun to the back of LeBron's head, Cash Nasty would be like, I'll take the bullet for him. Reaction content can be lazy if the person in it has no personality. Exactly. But there's a difference between reacting and like mindlessly watching a video. I feel like a lot of people, they don't know the difference between the two. Like some people just sit there and they, wow. Oh, wow, that's crazy. And they don't really have anything to offer. A good reaction channel can turn an 8-minute video into like a 30-minute video, bro. The only people that I see who don't really have much to say but can really spin a reaction is XQC and Hassan. Those guys could go without saying anything and that shit is gonna go crazy, bro.
What the f are you doing? What the f are you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Just watching some Impractical Jokers as I woke up, and who was sleeping?
How is this lazy? This is a vlog.
I wonder who it was. Oh, hey, Lawrence. What's up, man?
Who is this?
There was less competition. There were lower production standards. I can even remember people running around saying that the little blue Yeti desktop mic was the penultimate mic. Personalities were rare in the space, and ultimately audiences weren't overstimulated. You could sit in front of a camera, react, yap for like 15 minutes, and build you some sort of audience. And
But it's still like that though. I see reaction channels come up every single day. People have to have a reason for why they're coming to watch you, bro. And that's with anything, any type of content. You could have the most crazy produced video in the world and that shit could get no views because nobody gives a fuck about who you are. A lot of those people like Mr. Beast and all these guys, they worked their way up. You think they just dropped a banger and then that shit just took them to where they wanted to? No, they had to start small and then they eventually worked their way up. Same thing happened with Kai. You remember when Mr. Beast used to watching Team 10 for 10 hours straight? He was doing like that all the time. Those videos weren't highly produced and they did well. If you go and you look at a lot of these streamers, a lot of their reaction content does better than the content where they actually put in effort, bro.
Why is simply due to the fact that you were competing against amateurs. Now every camera is a top of the line Sony camera. People don't do commentary videos without a full-on production team. There's documentary.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are not willing to be themselves. And the thing is, a lot of people are boring. You don't really realize it in the moment because it just happened. If you go back and look at like a lot of even some of the content that I did like a year ago, I'm like, damn, like I really did come a long way. That's why consistency is important, bro. A lot of people think they're a lot more important than what they are. And it's like, nah, you know, you're really not.
Level storytelling. Shorts are highly optimized. AI is enhancing the editing process. The baseline is ultimately changed. No glaze, but I remember when I changed my background, people looked at me and said, what the hell is he doing for a talking head channel? During this video, I'm going to reference
that is a crazy background
who personally react to my content or react to other people's content. And I want you guys to know wholeheartedly, this is not any sort of disrespect, or at least it's not meant to be any sort of disrespect. Isn't that what somebody always says right before you disrespect them? I truly mean for this to come off as like constructive criticism in the space. So sure, I am going to be using you as an example, but for what it's worth, take that with a grain of salt. People say that content creation has a saturation problem right now. There's too many creators. I don't believe that. Someone new pops off every single day. Saturation isn't.
It's only saturated if you're doing the exact same thing as everybody else. Two people can react to the same video and come to two completely different conclusions, and you'll watch them for two different reasons. That doesn't make it oversaturated. If you are regurgitating the exact same talking points, same jokes, same mannerisms, you trying to be the exact same, nobody's going to watch you, bro. Oversaturation happens when people do the exact same thing. Most people don't have a reason to be watched in the first place.
Killing people. Replaceability is. If your reaction looks like 10 other channels, same jokes, same outrage, same talking points, or just straight up lazy.
What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say? Great minds think alike. Oh, this means that this video's not gonna do good. Yo.
Don't provide any commentary at all whatsoever. Put the video title in their title and then put reaction after it and post it. They sit there for like 5 or however long the video is, pause it. Sometimes sometimes they watch the video before they react.
Then I'm sorry, at that point, you are just a clip channel. And ultimately, you'll be replaced if you're not first.
Yeah, I normally see that with a lot of like the reaction pages on TikTok and a lot of those TikTok reactors, they play the video and then their video is on the top. They don't even say nothing. They don't have anything to offer. The thing about the short form people though, they are fickle as f. They don't want you to add. They just come there, they want to see the video, and boom, and a lot of those people fall into the trap. And the thing is, if you post those like reaction clips and it's not highlighting your commentary or like your jokes or shit like that, people are not gonna give a fuck about you. They're there for the video that you're basically re-uploading the video with your face on the top. That's not a way that people are gonna actually fuck with you. They fuck with people who they can build a connection with, and that's how that goes. You feel what I'm saying?
On YouTube, I can see people that react to my channel, and sometimes I go and watch how they react or what they're saying to see what I can improve on next time for my video, my thought process, the way that, you know, I internalize things.
Nah, fuck everybody's opinion. Be yourself. Don't worry about what nobody got to say, because then you start hyper analyzing yourself and blah, blah, blah. You know what I realized, bro? You got to embrace the imperfections, because that's what makes you you. Every aspect of yourself is what makes you you, and you have to stay true to yourself. The moment when you start trying to hyper fixate, it's easy to like lose sight of who you are, bro. And then the that makes you start trying to fix that because you want to conform to what you think is going to work, you would just like, your self-esteem will go down,
etc., etc. And oftentimes I see that I've made an 8-minute video and somebody else will make an 8-minute, 10-second video, meaning that they didn't really react to it. They just watched the video. They might throw a, oh yeah, he right, or that's a good point every once in a while, but for the most part, they're not adding value. But then I come across somebody like a Hassan who's reacted to my video before.
Hassan adding value in a reaction. Are we dead right now, bro?
Plug. And I see the way that he reacts to the video and the content. And honestly, it works. There's an opinion. He expresses and engages with his chat. It feels like there's value added to an already existing piece of content.
It's a false caption that just did not happen, and everybody believes that.
Bro, it's so crazy. I've been dealing with this for years. Every single one of these.
As he's literally doing the most lazy ever. What is that? Is that pickles? Motherfuckers eating a whole bowl of pickles. And a burrito. I deal with this shit all the fucking time.
Got paid by initially to do Hassan content over and over again.
Then you as the creator should ask yourself, well, why would anybody watch my video? Why wouldn't they watch the original video or a bigger reactor?
Because you're watching it for the person's commentary. I think everybody has something different to offer in a space because we are all different people. We all come from different walks of life. We were all raised differently. I feel like no two people live the same life. Like, gang, I grew up, like, I had one of the weirdest upbringings ever. Like, I'm the oldest of 6 kids, single mother. Just me coming up alone is not regular. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of shit that I will have to offer on the way that I came up. Also, the age that I am, I'm 27 years old, which means that I have been around since the beginning of YouTube. I have seen every single era. I was that generation of kid that seen all the different social media platforms come up, from Uvu to Skype to Kick, not with a C, but with a K, K-I-K. I've seen every social media platform. I've seen everything. You know what I mean? Like, I was around for the early time on the internet when algorithms wasn't prevalent. I've seen everybody's come up. So I know how it was before. I know how is now, and I'm able to offer that. And people are like, damn, you know so much. I'm like, I really just lived it. It's not that I know so much. I lived this shit. So
sort of short form recap. I know what some people are already thinking.
Appreciate that, Ethan.
I've seen so-and-so do exactly what Omar's talking about right now, and they get away with it. So why does that mean I can't do it? Stop. You're lazy. You're not going to win.
A lot of the people that he's probably saying in that moment are bigger people. A lot of bigger people can get away with a lot of shit because they already have the audience. They already have momentum. If you are a huge streamer like XQC and you, what? Dude, chat, is this even a real? XQC could fart in the mic and post a video and that should get minimum 60,000 views because of the name that he's already built up. He's been doing this shit for so long. Wait, you from British Columbia? But yeah, you see what I'm saying though? Like, he could fart in the mic, and because he's built up so much momentum, he will watch it. When you're on the come up, people don't have that reason to watch you. They don't have that reason to fuck with you. You didn't build the trust. You haven't been around long enough. You haven't been consistent enough. Oh, he's from Quebec?
Already, you're not going to win the content creation game. The reason why creators can make reaction channels and even be a little bit lazy with it is because they've already created this value in this trust.
Come on, gang. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
With
come on, bro.
Audience.
Come on, bro. I'm telling you, this is like a frequency thing. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of what he's saying, you just notice it from doing content for a long time and just watching the big dogs. That's how you pick up on the game. This is not even any, like, what he's saying isn't even groundbreaking. It's like, if you just been around, you know this shit.
Different platforms. And through that time, when everybody was sitting in the house, they built up that trust within that audience that says, hey, I have a valued opinion.
I mean, a lot of these people have been around for like 10 years. Hassan been around for 10 years. XQC been around for like 10 years. A lot of these people have been around for a long time.
I'm funny, etc., so you should come back to watch me. In 2026 though, if you think about going about it that way, I'm telling you, you're gonna lose. And I'm saying his name because he was called out in the original video that Jay the Method made. While it seems as though what Astro Dior might do is some sort of low effort.
Called him out. I mean, I don't think that this is necessarily low effort at all. I think people probably just with him for him. I actually watch Astro Dior. I think he's a funny dude, you know, real smooth, like gives big bro like vibes. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's got a different appeal. And there's people who are in different lanes. You feel me? Like, the reason why you'll watch Astro Dior is different than watching somebody like Young Don, which is different than watching somebody like Papa Gut, which is different than watching somebody like Hassan, which is different than watching somebody like XQC, which is different than watching somebody like Aiden. Everybody has got a different POV.
Or not high skilled or whatever the case may be. Well, his skill is
I'm going to be honest, growing a YouTube channel, to get that consistent amount of views, I be watching him because he's fine. That's crazy. Bro, building up a channel like that, you don't just build a channel by doing no effort. You have to offer something. You have to bring something to the table for somebody to be like, damn, let me click this. You feel me? Like, it maybe some jokes being told, some game being kicked, like something. You gotta give something, bro. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, I find it funny how this guy, not Omizi, but the dude who made that original video talking about low effort content, blah, 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 blah. A lot of these reactors actually give way more value than some of these other creators. Some of these like streamers and some of these YouTubers, they think that they're gonna get on just by being around these other people. Like some of these specifically streamers, because I've been around a lot of streamers, they have no content. They got nothing to offer. They think, oh, I'm just gonna spend money and try to do this, and I'm gonna move to LA and I'm gonna hang around these people. And it's like, yeah, that's great. You'll be in the mix, but people are not gonna actually watch you because they with you. They're gonna watch you because you're in the mix, and they're gonna watch you because you're so and so's friend. You just collabed with this person, so that's not your community. A lot of these people, they align themselves, you know, with all of these creators and in viral and trending shit, and they provide the value and they win these people over, and it's independent of all these other people because they're talking about so many topics. Nobody can pull the plug on an Astro Dior, but some of these people that hang in these streamer groups, they can pull the plug on them. You feel me?
Foundation that
Why aren't you in the Mr. Beast vid? Gang, what are you talking about? That's like the top 50 streamers. And I mean, I said a lot of shit about Mr. Beast. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Not anything really bad, but like criticism. So I don't think he would even want me there.
Built from the years of building a community in content creation, and then, you know, leveraging that.
Plus, I'm a fucking nobody. I ain't made nobody. Who the fuck do I gotta call to be in a Mr. Beast video?
Trust into different forms of content. One of the chief complaints that I hear
He
about
got neon.
this side of the internet that I even exist on is, our reaction channels, commentary channels, all these newsy type channels competing with each other. And I'm a little bit
yes. They're competing with each other to be the first person to talk about a specific thing. Because whenever something happens, we're in an age in the internet where people don't actually come up with their own opinions anymore. They want everything spoon-fed to them by their favorite influencer. They want to be told what to think. You know what I mean? So they sitting here like, people don't do research no more. They're lazy. They just want every, you want the opinion? Here's the opinion. Open for dada. They're like babies. They want the content spoon-fed. They want they want all the research spoon-fed. They want everything they don't want to work for anything. People won't even watch video essays anymore or video docs anymore. They just want everything given to them right then and there. They don't want to wait. There's no payout.
Part of me wants to say yes, part of me wants to say no. I would more so say that they're competing with the original piece of content, or, you know, the Twitter summaries, the quick summations of what's going on, whether it be through short form content or somebody else's news platform. But even then, I would barely say that there's a level of competition. I will acknowledge, though, that the way that some people consume content is differently in this day and age.
I mean, two people could react to the same piece of content and get two completely different outcomes. And it's like that on every single platform. And funny enough, the person who sometimes even reacted to the situation later could get more views. Why? Because what he said might have resonated more. You feel me? So it just is what it is. Like, sometimes no two video ever performs the same because no two people are the same. That's just how it is.
Instead of waiting to see a 14-minute reaction on a new burger that McDonald's has out, I'm going to go to TikTok because I need to make a decision about lunch because I'm hungry. Now, those types of channels are still winning in 2026, but it's all based off of the personality and the trusted taste bud of said content creator.
Yeah.
So especially if you're somebody who doesn't add a lot of value or content or context or whatever to a piece of content, why would I wait for you when I
feel like that's one thing that I did really good when I was doing TikTok was I provided a lot of context, but then I also gave a pretty nuanced opinion. So people would want to hear, they would want to stick around for what I got to say because I knew like the backstory. Like if you keep up with like a space long enough, you know like why certain people don't get along, or you know why boo boo boo, or what led up to this, or certain situations that are kind of similar, and you can kind of kick game, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was one thing that I really did good enough was I had been around. I think being around really helped me, and just because I knew like the context and shit. A lot of people don't have the time to really keep up with shit. So that's, you know,
the same information somewhere else faster. You're not giving me any life experiences, any anecdotes, nothing extra brought to the table, flashy edits, etc., etc. The part of me that says no is simply
the edits won't save you. I'm sorry. Edits won't save you, bro. It don't matter. It don't matter how many times you spam this. That will not save you, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Yo, Diva, what's good?
That everybody has a different opinion. They have a different way of storytelling. They have a bit of uniqueness in their perspective that should be able to add a little bit of spice and pizzazz to the content that they're making. Oftentimes on this channel, I talk about streamer news and leverage my proximity.
I feel like one of the things that I do pretty good is like I know how to flip the script a little bit because sometimes I'm the type of guy, I just over explain a lot of shit. Like I'm just a natural like yapster. So like I have that like technical ability, but then I also got like the cool, laid back, like funny type ability too. So I'm able to switch like in between two of those. And I feel like sometimes you never really know what you're gonna get. Like you never know if you're gonna get like the wordy, like Nizzy, or you're gonna get like the cracking jokes, like super funny, not give a fuck type Nizzy. Like, and that's one thing that I like. It's like I got multiple personalities in the bag. You feel me?
Whether it be past or present to said streamers and my experience working in the industry in order to give a little bit of expertise in that realm.
Yeah, he did work with AMP.
My breakdown as to what's going on.
W. Omar.
May be different from like a OneCloud9 who apparently a lot of my audience watches. Shouts out to OneCloud9. He gives his perspective of somebody that is the same age as these guys, who has started his content career journey at the same age as these guys and is coming up with the same sorts of pressures. Hell, even as you watch this video right here, shout out
OneCloud9, man. That's my boy, man.
At least 3 to 4 other guys within my circle.
Like, Nizzy in my head is like a low-key mini. What does that mean?
Who have done this same exact video, and all of them will be different. And for what it's worth, all of them should get a good amount of views just based on the
well, let me ask y'all this. How do y'all feel about reaction channels in general? Do y'all like them? Do you think that they're lazy? What do you go, like, when you go and watch a reaction channel, what do you normally go to watch for them? I feel like certain people I go to for different things, and I take in a range of different people. Like I watch a bunch of people, 2 people who are on 2 completely different sides, and I formulate my opinion that way. I feel like that's just, Agent is hella good. Yo, Diva, oh my God, thank you for that sub, girl. You know I love you, and I appreciate you so much, and you always show me love. You know I love you, Diva. Thank you. I feel like, with Agent, he's really, like, engaged in the content that he is a good reactor. Like, he's really good at getting, like, in there. You know what I'm saying? Loki, are you talking about Loki from Marvel, bro? So, at this point, I just look like anybody, bro.
That this is a good topic. Everybody has different perspectives, and somebody's gonna do something just a little bit different in every single video. And I'm gonna prove to you that it's not a competitive thing. I've decided to sit down with my competition and ask them.
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of competition, but at the same time, though, to play devil's advocate, YouTube is a huge platform. Like TikTok is like what, a $1 billion economy? YouTube is a $100 billion economy, bro. Like when I said that I was gonna take a step away and I wasn't gonna really focus on that shit and put, like, you know what I mean, do what I was doing, people thought it was the end of the world. I'm like, YouTube YouTube is like so much bigger. Like they don't even understand. And you know, if they see that you like a certain type of content, they're gonna recommend you people that are similar. So yeah, YouTube is literally the king. So to be fair, it's like you're in competition to be like first, but at the same time, you're not really in competition because it's all a part of the same ecosystem and people naturally group creators anyways. And especially if those creators like collaborate, oh my God, then it's just up from there, bro.
If they
Literally.
feel as though they're competing with myself,
good,
each
ISW?
other, if they feel as though they're scared to release videos based on.
And here's the thing. Some people are different. There might be a situation where, you know, a beef might be going on and it might be one person that's a little more liberal. Yeah, you know, I really identify with her traumas. Like, I see where she's going through. And then somebody else might just say, this bitch tripping. So it's like some people are blunt. Like, they will not give a fuck. They will just say it how it is. A lot of people, like, I feel like I'm one of those people, especially now in February 27, 2026. I have the courage to be disliked. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck whether people like me or not, because that's how you build a core fan base. There are some people who are scared because they don't want to burn a bridge. I don't give a fuck. I'll burn all the bridges. I'm sorry. I don't care. I genuinely don't give a fuck. So if you want real, raw, but also level-headed, that's I feel like that's what I offer. And I can drop jokes in. But some people, they're going to play that game like, well, bro, a lot of people will never, I realize a lot of people will never criticize people in their circle that they want to work with because they want to leave that shit on the table. So that's just how it is.
Somebody else across the aisle.
More people watch YouTube than Netflix now. You can reach people all around the world. Yes. And that's why I fuck with IShowSpeed. We're going to talk about that shit later, but people were like, because I guess Neon was at like the Mr. Beast shoot or whatever the fuck. I'm going to link this. And so people were like, why is it that they're still holding Neon's past over, why are they holding that over his head and they kind of pick and choose with like IShowSpeed? And I said, well, Speed was ostracized from the streaming community because he was banned. So he had to go on YouTube and he went and built a completely different community outside of the streamer community. Then he reached a global audience. So when people are willing to look past what Speed did, because one, he was 16 years old and he's, him at 21 is a completely different person, but they also see a lot of opportunity for new viewership. He's the most popular streamer. So no duh, they're going to go up there and glaze him and be around him and not give a fuck about what he did. Even though what he did wasn't even that crazy. He just said some crazy shit. That's what they're going to do versus Neon. They see him and they're like, oh, you're just like a view botter, or in the audience channels that your audience is watching. Here's what they had to say. All right, my good sir.
Good.
Oh, shit. He got them in the
Cameron,
video.
let's cut to the chase.
Let's get it.
Cameron?
Do you feel like we're in competition with each other on YouTube?
For drama, for sure. Because whoever posts first usually gets the bulk of the views.
Real.
I mean, we see even with like smaller creators, like I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Novely and DH. I think that's
nah, that's the jits right there. That's the young generation of the commentary community, bro. Oh my God, my boy Novely made it, man. I love my boy Novely, man. That's a good dude. You heard? That's a good dude. I fuck with DH too. I'm not gonna lie, his videos are really good. Yeah, them boys is next up, man.
Yo, they was first to the David situations. Ran up a bag with.
Oh my God, bro! Everybody ran a bag up off that shit. Everybody ran a bag off that shit. Everybody was making 2 to 3 videos. It's kind of fucked up, but that's just the nature of the thing. It was a big demand for people wanting to see what was going on, bro. And people,
a lot of things is if you come first, you get like the bulk of the bread. You get the bulk of the views.
The bulk of the bread.
So right now, we need to get it right now type of vibe. Like that's just kind of how it is. So I feel like for sure, but at the same time, we all do help each other because if you do a video, you talk about a video. And Cameron do a video the next day. Once people watch your video, they gonna get recommended Cameron's point of view.
Yeah,
they gonna get recommended.
I said that.
Novely's point of view.
said that. Did I not say that? I said that. Nah, King, I didn't see that.
Then my point of view, it's Dior's like Dawn, like it's just like a never-ending cycle because they watch all of us. They're subscribed to all of us, so it kind of creates more community. I feel like one thing that could help us is we all kind of combine a little bit. Maybe do collab takes, but that would just be so hard with drama. I'm gonna be honest, it'll be very hard.
Nah,
Why do you say that?
I feel like I'm only in competition.
Wait, did he just have a morning voice? Yeah, it'd be really hard. Like,
It'd be so hard with drama. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be very hard.
Nah.
Why do you say that?
I feel like I'm only in competition with myself.
talk that.
Other channels, commentary channels, but like I don't really see myself as competing with them because I feel like if I do that, then I'm gonna like move on this like imaginary clock when it's like I should move on my clock.
Do you
Smart.
feel like from like an eyes perspective, like, oh wow, Speed just jumped off a bridge, I'm gonna make a video about it. I know Omar's gonna make a video about it. I know that, I don't know, Shams is gonna make a video about it. Do you feel like, you know, that changes how you make the video or do?
I mean, I feel like I watched these two for two completely different reasons, you know? I think it's just more of like a timing thing, just like who's the most relevant, like bro said.
Whatever, based on the fact.
So it's like 50-50. I'm not gonna lie, it's half true.
No other people are gonna make a video about the same topic.
I mean, I feel like the best thing I can do is like implement my personality. Cause like, let's say you do a topic, then I do one, but we both have similar personalities, but not the exact same. It's like we have different jokes, different like ways we're putting it out. I think that's the best way you can kind of like change that. But I feel like you can't really do any drastic changes. So it's something like I don't really like worry about.
That boy got, he made sure his lips was moisturized for this video.
As much.
Pause.
Compared to like others, I would say.
Yeah, Novely, I fuck with Cameron. I fuck with Omeezy. I fuck with Novely. Them boys are goated. I fuck with One Cloud 9. What I love about the commentary community is a lot of these guys don't have egos, bro. I've had pretty much conversations except for with Omeezy, bro. Shout out to Cameron and shout out Novely.
From a perspective,
And
we
Cloud.
are
I fuck with
in
Cloud.
competition.
Y'all remember when I was streaming with Cloud at DreamCon? That's my guy, man.
Can't take that away because same title, thumbnail, content, whatever. But at the same token,
He's young
one,
and
I
he
know
got
people
it.
watch multiple videos, and two, the uniqueness of the voice is there. So like, I'm not necessarily worried about your perspective, but I'm more so worried about my perspective. Like, I'll watch your video or Don or whoever. I'll watch Novely's video to get the point of view and some talking points. But ultimately, I'm more so like, I feel like I have a unique perspective and a unique life experience that you didn't have. So like, there's no way we can ever be stepping on each other. And you put a little bit more of like a comedic spin.
Well, the thing is about a reaction, like if you do a reaction, you kind of boost the original video. Because that's, if for some people, they may have never seen you until, boom, the reactor watched you. So they probably subscribed for a completely different reason, seeing your video, fuck with you, now they watching you and boosting you too. Reactions actually help the original creator. And I seen that with Asmongold. Asmongold reacted to like this small YouTuber, and a lot of his community went and subscribed to the original channel and boosted the fuck out of him. And then now you like on the radar, and that shit can, you know what I mean? Certain creators got the juice. I'm not gonna lie, and they'll just boost your shit crazy. It's kind of needed.
And from your age range, and I can never compete with that. Like, I'm not, as much as I like fake the funk of being young, I'm not your age, and I don't have that specific comedic element. So I don't know. I do understand the point of view of like,
damn,
but to be honest with you,
We all do appeal to different.
Yeah.
things. Yeah, I do agree. Yeah,
even within
like,
the same audience.
Yeah, Cloud is 19.
I like reacting to your videos because you provide the information, you give your opinion, but you also like leave time out for like everybody to kind of respond with their opinions. It's very professional. So yeah, you do have a different take on things than I do.
How do you feel about the people that react to your videos? Because I know that on YouTube it'll say like content detection, and then you can see the people that do the reactions. Do you ever look at some of those videos?
I do, some of them, but I don't really watch like people who react to my videos as much because like I don't want to like overthink the next time like I'm writing something in a video.
Yeah,
but
see,
I love
can't.
it, and I say that because I mean if they're reacting. And even though I don't get the view fully, somebody is seeing my face.
I mean, but yeah, you don't get the view, but yeah, people, you will pop up on their because you are, or they reacted to your video. And like I said, I mean, bro, like if they reacted to your is because your video was good.
It's like they're enjoying the content. It's like I'd rather have that than nobody reacting, because if no one's reacting, then I mean, the video is just probably
Yeah,
not
that
good.
shit was dirt. That shit was poop.
you know?
Do you ever look at the what is it? They call it content detection in YouTube, and you see all the people that react to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched one of their videos?
All the time, especially if it's somebody big who I used to watch when I was like a lot younger. One of my bad habits is sometimes I get a little bit fanned out because I'm young. Like I grew up on YouTube. A lot of people don't. I grew up on YouTube. Like people who are watching this video, I was you. I still am you. So like I get fanned out sometimes. So if it's
His
like
voice is deep as I was you. I still am you.
somebody who I used to like hate in my video, I'm like, damn, hold on. Got my
That's trippy as when you have somebody who you with, who you really with, who watches your show. And the thing is, a lot of these like quote unquote influencers, like you kind of do like put them on this like imaginary level, and then it's like they watch you and they tap in with you, and you're like, what the? How do you know about me? And why the are you watching me? You know what I mean? I'm like, why the are you watching me? Like, did y'all know that Soluminati had like some of my videos favorited when he first when he came back to stream? And I'm like, what the? What? I'm like, my goat, like that's crazy. Or even like Kai, like oh my god, like that shit was crazy to me. That was me when Berleezy's the GOAT. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with Berleezy. With Berleezy, man.
Sending me videos about it because I remember it was somebody who I'm actually kind of cordial with right now. He started reacting to my videos. One of my boys, he used to watch me as a kid. Like he used to send me his videos all the time. And like when he first reacted to my like it was a pretty big day in the group chat. I'm not gonna lie. So, I do like I know it might sound crazy to you, but like yo, that ass YouTube was like my TV. So
I understand where you're coming from. So I want to ask this because granted there are bigger people that do react to you now, but there are still the newcomers that I want to just get reactions out, and those are the ones that people like respectfully. Those are the low effort situations. So how do you feel about those?
He said respectfully. Damn, gang, you on the little dogs, bro. God damn, bro. Being a small YouTuber sucks. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I feel like I'm the best kept secret. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. I feel like I give good commentary. I'm funny as fuck. I look good. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I feel, bro.
Just kind of sit there and react like, oh no, I agree. Yeah, he's spitting.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah, damn, nah, that's crazy. Bro, I never understood that. Why would you? I feel like the only times where I don't really say is in a reaction is when I'm trying to learn about some shit. Like if it's like something like I'm learning about, boom. But like other than that, I feel like I've always talked my shit. And if you're gonna do content, you should always talk your shit. You should never hold yourself back. Just talk, it helps.
I'm sorry. Okay, see here, I love reactions, right? I really do. But you can't put on a video, be like, oh yeah, that's real. Like, no,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I'm still in the video at that point.
Yeah,
bro.
nah,
Like,
you gotta
I'm
be
being
engaged.
honest. And,
Gotta be.
My main thing right now is reactions, right? But every single video, I'm giving my opinions, I'm giving my takes. I'll let the video play because I get mad when I talk a lot. I'm still gonna talk a lot, bro. It's a reaction.
You have to.
Like, I'm not just here.
Dude, you know what pisses me off? And it was like this back in the day. I don't know if it's like this now. Dude, why do you keep pausing the video? Dude, just let the video play. So you want me to sit there and not say shit. Why the did you not just watch the original video then? The original video exists. 9 times out of 10, unless I'm too lazy, I'm putting that shit in the description. Boom. You know what I mean?
Here to
like literally.
That's crazy. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm sorry.
How do you feel about some of the reactions themselves?
Yo,
like
Zay Will, bro. Why
reaction-
you on my Beasley, bro? Huh? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a brokey. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I am a brokey. I'm a brokey and I'm gonna always be a brokey, okay? Listen, bro. It's not about the clothes. It's the man in the clothes, bro, okay? Listen, man. Cap, no, right now I'm actually dead a brokey, but like I'm not gonna be a brokey forever.
They're not transformative. Yeah, they're not the greatest. They're not the greatest.
Honestly,
I never give a bro.
Well, I think it's because like, and this sounds really messed up, right? But like, I only see the reactions that like get a lot of views, right? The ones that don't, it's like I probably don't see them, which they're probably they're probably bad. But at the same time, like if they once again, if somebody else is seeing me from that audience, they're more inclined to click on my video, or if they see my face the next time, they're like, oh, that's Cameron. I'd rather have that than like no reactions at all, because I know there's some people out there that want reactions, want people to react to their content, but just the content maybe isn't good enough, or it's just not a like reactable like video. And I think like since people react to mine, it's like, I mean, whether it's like trash or a good reaction, it's like, hey, I'll take it.
Why did you start a reaction channel as like a spinoff to your main content?
The main reason is because
bread. Nah, you know what's crazy? I be seeing shit on Twitter, right? I be seeing shit on Twitter. People are like, oh my God, one of the worst feelings in the world is when one of your favorite YouTubers' second channel takes over their main channel. This is like the most basic concept in the world. The reason why somebody creates a second channel is because why you love that content, that content on the main channel, is because it takes investment to make the video, whether it's time or money. It takes a lot. Like a lot of those video essays, you do realize like a mother took time to research that shit, right? Like they took a lot of time out of their day to do that. You can't do that every single day. It's impossible in order to drop a quality video. So within the time that they're taking to produce that video, they are then dropping other content on a second channel to make bread and to fill the need. Because here's the thing, the way that content is, it's not even I'm gonna be honest, this is not a quality game. It's not. It's a consistency game. It's how many times you have to constantly keep showing up. And for longer type content like that, you can't. You just can't, bro. And a lot of that type of content doesn't make money. Like when you look at RDC World and they drop a 2-minute skit, that shit's not making money unless they have a sponsorship or some shit. That's why they stream and do other shit. And so the money can come in so they can fund that. But people don't think about it like that. It's very basic.
Who does this, right? He was telling me how much he loved it and also how much
literally, bro,
with it and how much bread he was getting with it. So I was like, I'm gonna try this shit out. And when I first tried it out, I was like, it's all right, but like wasn't really with it. But once I started losing love from like the main channel per se, putting all that effort into a video, I started gaining a lot more love for reactions. It's a lot simpler, especially when I started streaming heavily. It's like a lot simpler. You can really interact with your chat. It's like watching a show.
Yeah, way more personable. That's why I like to do reactions, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I tried doing like the commentary, bro. I felt like a fucking bot. I did not make good commentary videos, bro, but I've always been one hell of a reactor, bro. I feel like reactions is just way more personable. Like your personality just bleeds way more, and it's just way more enjoyable because people at the end of the day, whether you're doing a commentary or you're doing a skit or you're doing whatever the fuck, people are looking for connection. And I think a reaction does an amazing job of doing that, especially when you do it live. That's what I like. That's really what I like, bro.
It's a cool environment. Even when I do it off stream, I just kind of with it. It's a way for me to be seen a lot more rather
than told you
posting once or twice or 3 times a week, and then you got to hire a whole editing team, and then you got to manage all of that. And it's just I've done it. I'm cool off that. That was a little arc I had, but I just like reactions a lot more. But you got to grow into it because at first, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I've never been a quiet, but at first, I'll get on my phone sometimes. I'll be like, damn, that's crazy sometimes. 'Cause I didn't really understand how it was supposed to work. But the more and more you get into it, the better you get.
Yep,
I know it's kind of crazy.
Exactly. Way better, man. I feel like I've been doing this for a minute. I still am getting better. Can't even lie, man. Hey.
All you're really doing is watching a video, but it is an
free game.
Yeah, I don't think people actually understand that, because if you watch somebody starts a reaction channel, they've been doing it for like a year or two, and they've blown up.
Hey, bro. Nah, bro, reaction channels will be blowing up every single day. I don't know why that dude made that video. That shit is dumb.
Watching a video, but it is an art to it at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think people actually understand that, because if you watch somebody starts a reaction channel, they've been doing it for like a year or two, and they've blown up. People just think like, oh wow, I can do this, but they don't look at their beginnings. Because I even looked at like Young Don's early videos, his early reaction videos, very much more. Oh well, you see this is why this happened.
Yeah, and then you also gotta understand, somebody like Young Don been doing YouTube for a long time. He probably been doing this for like 10 years, maybe even longer. So he's been consuming content for a long time. And like titling videos, editing, making thumbnails, that shit just all adds up, bro. That shit just, you don't just automatically get good at this shit. It's a process. People, especially reactors, they make this shit look a lot easier than what you think it is. You see the finished product. You see, you know, somebody like Cloud, you heard what he said. He grew up on YouTube. So think about all the reaction videos that he's consumed in his life. Think about all of the reactions that he does every single day, the late night editing, all that type of shit. All adds up and it just compiles itself over and over and over again. It's like playing basketball. If you play basketball every day, you playing on day 1 versus you playing on day 10,000, you're going to be significantly better. That's just how it is. But people don't see it like that. They're like, oh, all he did was he's just pressing play on a video and blah, blah, blah. But they're not even understanding that he's tapped into the space. You know what I mean? Like the research and just talking to people, all that shit plays a factor. Personal life experiences and shit.
But now he's so animated and
gotta
all
be
over the place. A soundboard,
Like,
gotta be
soundboards,
Yeah.
yelling and shit. Yeah.
going crazy. And people don't, I think that's the progression of every successful reactor. But I think the people that are new.
Goddamn, do I need to be in this big animated as maybe, hold on, that might have to be I don't know, that's just not my body, bro. I like to be chill. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I get tired as quick, bro.
Up and coming don't understand.
But even then, like, I look back at a lot of the shit that I did, and like that voice, that content voice, you actually developed this shit, bro. You know what I mean?
That concept of like, you know, you can't always just look at the phone and, oh yeah, that's tight. You gotta
be animated. You gotta care about what you're reacting to, or else it's obvious. Like, it's so obvious. One thing that over reactions at the start, in my opinion, is that I would only react to like what other people will react to, right? I'll still do to an extent, but I've kind of have like my own base of reacts that I go to that I actually with. If I really don't care about a topic, I'm not reacting to it.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really been thinking about that shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you only react to or make content about one specific niche, now you've become a specialist. You've gridlocked yourself. And that's one of the mistakes that I made in content, bro. I hyper fixated on something because I had people tell me, oh, you got to start with one thing and then branch your way out. When in reality, you shouldn't really give a fuck and you should just watch the shit that you want to talk about. Bro, do you think I give a fuck about talking about Wendy Ortiz? I don't give a fuck. You know, or like certain people, I don't watch their content. So why would I make videos talking about them? From this point forward, I'm dedicating my time to making videos about that I have legitimate interest in and things that I feel like I can add my own comedy into and shit like that. And you will lose out on a few people. Get this fly out my face. But yeah, it's a few people that like, I don't know, like you will lose out on a few people, but you will gain in others because you will have people who have those like common interests, or they may not even give a fuck about what it is that you're talking about, but they know that you have that interest in it, and they eventually learn to grow, and then you have that little group of people, you know? One mistake I made was gridlocking. Hell no.
Topics I might learn about, and then I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But at the start of it, I was actually interested. So it's kind of like, you gotta base what you like, and it's also, you gotta be animated. You have to like, I'm more of a chiller guy, but you have to be in their face.
Damn. Damn. Okay. Well. Hey. Well. You know, now I know.
You gotta do something that sets you apart, because so many people are trying to react because people see it's the method, right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't know how to actually get attention. So you can still be you, but you gotta know how to get attention at the same time.
You yourself started a reaction channel.
Maybe I won't be a broke now.
Mm-hmm. And I think for people that's like a little bit strange, is you do put out also still high quality, high effort, as they say, videos. So then why did you
bro, what the fuck is high effort? What the fuck is a high effort video versus a low effort video? They don't even know bro. Not everything, bro. If you ask Mr. Beast, within the past 2 years, have you dropped a video that was low effort? I can guarantee you he's going to name at least one video where he could have put in more effort. And that's Mr. Beast. What the is low effort? A lot of the time, I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of the time, the low effort content be the best because it's the most authentic. People look back at a lot of like the old era and they're like, damn, like we really took that shit for granted, bro. I don't know. Bro, editing is not the end all be all, bro. Because we live in the live stream era.
Why'd you start your reaction channel?
So I could stray away from like quick topics, because I feel like the quick topics, like, don't get me wrong, they're good topics, but I have more fun when I can talk about like more broad topics. And when it comes to the quick topics, it feels like I'm rushing myself. And like, let's say I'm trying to make an opinion on something. Sometimes like it just comes out and it's like, you make an opinion that quick, but then your opinion can change pretty quickly. So I feel like
Facts.
just so I can get to the quicker topics, like there'll be some topics where I'm like, dang, I don't want to make a main channel video about this.
Cameron, you don't give a about Wendy Ortiz and DDG saying that they made streaming mainstream? Wait a minute, you mean to tell me that you don't like unemployment? What? You mean to tell me that you just don't talk about streamers all day, every day? That isn't your life? What?
That always blew me when people...
What? You like to play the game? Bro, you're not just a floating head? That just talks about streamers all day, every day?
But
like, bro, that should be blowing me.
If I react to another video, at least. And that's sort of how I see it. But yeah, just so I can make like more broad videos on the main channel, and with more broad
playing
videos,
the game. Shut up, bro.
Be more like, they could be longer. Because like, let's say like a prank YouTuber does something, right? It's like I could make a video like X prank YouTuber messed up. But instead, why don't I do something where it's like TikTok pranksters have gone too far, and I talk about numerous situations with TikTok pranksters, and that can be like a 20 minute
I didn't see that.
Maybe even 25-minute video with like 4 different pranksters I talk about.
Pause the stream real quick. I gotta take a dump. All right, go. I want you to in 5 seconds. Go. I want you to push that like you pushing out a baby. Go. You got 30 seconds right now. Go. I want you in that like you just drank a whole 2 liter of fucking Miralax. Done, I bet.
How they were rising up, then they fell, and like how they're going to jail, how they're doing this, rather than just talking about.
Yo, gang, like, if you not out here getting
what is that shit called when you sit on the toilet too much? What is that shit called, bro? If you ain't getting whatever the fuck that shit's called, are you really even a real viewer, bro?
That one situation, because with that one situation, I feel like it'll pop off, it'll do good. But I feel like, at least on my channel, I've had a lot of evergreen videos that are still doing good from like last year and even 2 years ago. So it's like, when you have more broad videos like that, when I do stuff like that, I can have way more evergreen videos. So I'd rather go for those than
He's basically said he wants the infinite money glitch.
The like quicker topics.
I think that makes a lot of sense, simply due to the fact that, well, I guess to add on to it, you've already built up a reputable name, and so people trust your opinions. I think the black content video that you did last year, there were so many people that I saw react to it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like red pill people.
Yeah.
Some like Asian people. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. But the reason why...
Yo, gang, what do you mean you don't like 20v1s? What the f is wrong with you, bro? What do you mean you don't like Pop the Balloons? He was rizzing her up, and she popped the balloon because his name was Derek, man. What the f? Bro, you didn't like when Rakai was rizzing up Piper Raquel? He almost kissed her, bro. What the f? You mean to tell me you didn't like Lil Artiste 5th 20v1? Come on!
It's because like you have a good perspective, you laid it out well, all this other stuff. So it should be able to translate to the smaller, quicker topics, but just not on that same channel.
Yeah.
So I think that makes a lot of sense. Last question. What advice do you have for those that want to start off
Stay consistent. Bro, oh my God. I hate that shit. But it's actually the truth though. You gotta stay consistent.
Reaction content. Their first step into the content creation journey is just straight up reaction content.
You should probably do something else. I would say either TikTok shorts or make commentary content. I feel like commentary content leading into reacts is a really great pipeline right now, right? But do something else, build a fan base, get to over 100,000 to 200,000, and then once you got a good fan base that really with you, that's when you can start that reacts. But the reacts, it's gonna take a long time. Like we mentioned, Don, I was watching him when I was younger. He's low key like famous on YouTube, right? Like he's not even low key, he's famous, right? But even it took him
he is famous.
a minute for him to get popped off. Another guy, I don't know if you know him, Yo-Yo 808, took him a minute to pop off. Took me a minute to pop off, really. So
oh my God! Oh my God! I'm gonna have to wrap this up.
Takes
wrap this. Just put the fries in the bag.
Some people get it easier than others, but it takes a long time. So you got to be patient with it.
Bro, when he said that, my shit went, my shit went, Yes, finally is crazy, bro. That shit was like, blew me.
Spamming on that other account, Joe Bart. I don't know him.
Yeah, so Joe Bartolozzi. I'm not gonna lie. I peeped his analytics today. I be pocket watching. Dude, he's making over 100K a month. I'm not talking about subscribers. I'm talking about dollars. I'm talking about ching, infinite money glitch.
What advice do you have to these people that are trying to start up quote unquote low effort channels? These people that are doing straight reaction channels off rip and they kind of just sitting back watching the video. Oh, that's it, bro. That's
tight. Oh, that's crazy. Like,
I say a few ways you can make it transformative is like maybe even like number one, adding an intro, maybe like pre-firing an opinion or something. Talk about that, talk about what you're about to talk about. Then within the video, like pause it more, like, and just elaborate on certain opinions instead of just saying, I agree. What do you agree with? Why do you agree with that? What's it called? How do you feel about like someone doing this or that?
Yo, you know? King, thank you for the sub, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, King. You know I love you, brother. You know I love you, gang. I'm not gonna lie, he's right though. Everything that Cameron said is right. You gotta find points to interject. What do you like? What do you not like? What's funny? What's not funny? I mean, yeah, this just comes with time. Definitely comes with time.
Rather than just like sitting there and laughing. But I also think that like when it comes to reaction content, like the problem right now is that like everyone has small attention spans. So everyone's just throwing stuff in the void on YouTube, like posting consistently, which is good. But at the same time, it makes people feel like they can't compete, which like I think if you're good enough, you can compete. Like with anyone, you know, like when I was making my videos, when I was first starting, like I never thought to myself like, oh, Mr. Beast is doing this, I'm cooked. This person's doing this, I'm cooked. I just want to do it, and then I just did it. If you want to start with reactions, I mean,
Mr. Beast did it, I'm cooked.
That's cool, but I would say go with something like, instead of doing reactions, go for more like, because commentary and reactions, they're similar, but it's the way you package it, right? The way I like to see it is like a t-shirt. My bad if I'm rambling, but it's like a t-shirt. It's like a Hanes tee and a Louis Vuitton tee. What's the difference? Louis Vuitton markets it a different way to the point where they can...
I don't mind being, I don't mind being a Walmart brand. I always been a Walmart brand kind of guy, okay? I never gave bougie, all right? I never been a bougie.
Charge a certain price for it. Now, commentary videos, it's like they're essentially the same things as reactions, just a little more work.
Structured, yeah.
If you market it a certain way, it's like it passes off as a commentary video. Because like not every commentary video is a reaction, but not every reaction is a commentary video, if that makes sense. So I'd recommend going the more commentary route, just because it's more of your opinion instead of just like checking out another person's video also. Because then people don't really see your skills. When it comes to like being a content creator, they just see what like, I mean, they hear what you're saying, but you're just saying, I agree. You can
game is game. I'm not gonna lie, game is game. Hold on, I'm soaking up game right now.
They probably agree as well, the person watching, but it's like at the end of the day, you're watching.
Yeah, you gotta find out, people gotta have well, I think even with a commentary video, if you just sit there and you regurgitate the popular opinion, is anybody really gonna give a about what you got to say? Then you're going to get stuck in that perpetual loop of trying to get the video out before everyone else. And then you're going to cut corners and blah, 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 blah. So I think, you know, what I'm seeing underneath that is people need to have a reason to watch you. What is that reason? Are they going to get over the top reactions from you? Are they going to get insightful commentary? Are they going to get comedy? What the are they getting from you? You know? And I think that just comes with time.
That person's content, and I feel like it's not a good idea to start off with. I don't think it's a good idea to start off with, but if you want to, just try to be more transformative. Have a little intro, pause more, give like better opinions.
I'm soaking up game.
Some of these people, don't start off with this because you don't have a valuable opinion.
Damn.
Go get a valuable opinion through life experience, through research.
Bro, I'm not touching grass, dude. I'm not touching grass, bro. I'm staying unemployed. I'm not going outside, okay? I'm not showering. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm going to be spamming W's in Rakai's chat, and I'm going to be gifting Kai 5 gifted every stream, bro. We can tell it's so crazy.
Just doing different things, and then come back to the table and then give
Bitch, I am the table.
opinions. If I started a painting reaction channel.
Oh, hell no.
Now,
what?
Now look.
What?
I'm not into painting, fine arts. I didn't study it. I didn't go to school for it. I'm just some dude giving an opinion on it.
Yeah.
I'm just some dude saying,
Nah, but
like,
if you slick rage bait, that shit could blow though.
This shit's kind of like, if you really look at the color profile and the palette and the smudge brush, this shit's really like, did you even put in effort to this painting?
I mean, if you think about it though, look at Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin got a whole career. They bring his ass to the studio. Why? Can't use an instrument, but he knows what the fuck he likes. I feel like if you know what you like and you can articulate that shit and you can say why it's good, you can make it. I think it's just the packaging.
This is good, this is bad, blah, 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 blah. And somebody will say like, well, I mean, he has eyes, so he should be able to give an opinion. Fair. But if you think that you just having a voice will get you to a certain level, you're sadly mistaken. You need some sort of expertise.
I agree.
So here's the real answer to the question of if low effort content works. 100% without a question, it still does. But only if you have some sort of charisma or uniqueness to the content that you're bringing to the table. If you've already built some sort of community, you know, if you've built a 200, 300,000 subscriber channel doing some sort of IRL content and then said you want to do some reactions. You've built that sort of community, it's easy to funnel them into the reaction content. Or if you dominate short form distribution. I mean, it's quite simple as that. Now, what is dying is that generic reactions, surface level commentary.
Hold on, Chad. Do I have a future? Hold on. Do I not have to put the fries in the bag? Hold on. Let him cook. I don't think low effort content ever was out of style. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've literally seen somebody, shout out to Papa Gut. The dude literally plays, right? He reacts to political content and drama. The dude literally plays the game, puts the video in the bottom left-hand corner, and literally reacts at the same time. It's crazy. I think it really just depends, like, on how you get that out there. You feel me?
No thesis, no structure, no unique voice, just another person.
No thesis. We in school? MLA format? What the fuck? I did this because I don't want to go to school, bro. What the I'm not trying to write a paper, bro. I'm just trying to talk my in dip, bro. What the
And it's quite simple as that. Now, what is dying is that generic reactions, surface level commentary, no thesis, no structure, no unique voice, just another person watch.
So what I think is people don't blow because they can't articulate themselves to sound like an original opinion. The amount of comment I get on takes I have often always sound like copy and pasted Twitter comments. It really is just a battle of originality to see if people can relate or not. I'm not gonna lie, you're right. And I think that's what got me to where I was, is because I'm able to just formulate my opinions really well, and I'm able to get my messages across. I think I'm really good at doing that. Even on Twitter today, I had a tweet. It didn't blow up, all right? It ain't doing nothing crazy now, all right? But I kind of just gave my opinion about, like, what we talked about before, the neon, right? And the got a decent amount of views. Like, I got to remember to, like, get my ass on Twitter. Look, 2,000 views on this. But look at this. Let me go down. Let me go down. Let me go up right here. This got 3.8K. And I wrote that shit good. I don't got no Twitter motion, buddy. I got 4.8 thousand followers. I don't got no blue check. But the shit did well, and people, you know, commented on it. It really is. I think everything is how you package it and how you structure it, and the vibe that people come to you for. Like, are you gonna? Some people, they come to them because they have education. Some people, they crack jokes. Some people don't give a. And they don't hold back their opinion, and they're willing to be hated, and they're willing to say, you know, what's on their mind, or they're willing to be the villain. That's why Illuminati was so big, and he's kind of like the equalizer now in, like, the community, because he's the person who comes in and, you know, everybody has their style. in their appeal.
My video or Young Don's video or Astro Dior's video and putting in a little bit of a peanut gallery.
Yeah, it sounded like the dude was hating. Oh, dude, this is low effort. Why are you winning? Guys, don't support them. They're not trying. They're just getting on here and yapping. Crybaby, bro.
To it. The algorithm never killed it. The audience matured. I think the reason why people...
I want to build a community where people can develop. Yeah, bro, you can do that. You can literally do anything you want, you can do it. I feel like one mistake that I made, and I feel like a lot of content creators make this mistake. They think this shit is going to be instant. They see these people and they think the views are just going to fall into their hands, right? The truth is, the views never fall into your hand. It takes time. People have to follow you for a specific reason. And throughout time of you consistently being there, that's how you earn their, their view. And a lot of people, they don't see the instant gratification. They don't see the instant views, the instant virality, and they just give up. And I'm at a point where it's like, especially after, reading about that. I didn't read the book, but I watched a lot of videos about it. I recommend everybody check this shit out. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. The more that you don't give a fuck, the more that things will fall in line. Now, I'm not saying don't try, but I'm saying you have a certain amount of give, so you got to give a fuck about the things that actually matter and that you have control over, not the things that you don't. You know what I mean? So if you're going to make videos about certain things, educate yourself a little bit, be funny, be yourself. You feel me? Like a lot of times a lot of times I try to be a wordy, bro. I'm trying to break out of that and be more opinionated. You feel me? And that just comes through being comfortable, and being comfortable comes with doing for a certain amount of time. That's just how that goes. Low effort content has never, this is not even low effort. You have to put in some effort to have some type of an opinion. You have to have lived some type of life to offer some type of shit. So I don't get how that's low effort.
Oh, you didn't have a budget for this.
Look to this type of content is because everybody looks for the low effort way to make some sort of money. I've had deep conversations with everyone else in the space about pretty much the front, the back, the top, the bottom of the type of content that they do, what makes it work, how much money they make, etc., etc. And I can see why somebody would want to get into this lane. But if you're in it for that, you're going to lose. And I think what you got to understand before you jump out.
Dude, I just want to eat and just watch videos at the same time.
That shit's not gonna happen. Everything in life requires some type of effort. And if it looks like there's no effort, it's because the person is doing their job really good.
Out the window and say like these types of channels are dead. YouTube in the content creation entertainment space needs these types of channels.
I can, however, prove that multiple times.
The GOAT. There's no way. Moist Critical is not low effort in the slightest. The dude is literally goated, and he, every single day he's going to drop a video, whether it's 1 to 2 a day. And what I like about Moist Critical is that he's kind of like he's jumped into multiple different lanes. Like he'll talk about drama, but then he'll talk about a little bit of news, but then he'll talk about shows and anime and gaming and shit. And people come to him because he's kind of identified himself as like, everyone plays a role. Moist Critical's role is that he's the voice of the people. He's the voice of the common man, which is why he's so loved. But even he himself says that he doesn't like the content that he makes. That pays the bills. I mean, bro ran up like 30 M's. If I could be Moist Critical, I'd be Moist Critical. But people think that this shit is low effort. No. If it was low effort, everybody could do it.
Channels I've reacted to have been very positive about it, and their channel has grown exponentially as a result of it. I never like talking about these things because I never really like it to seem like I'm being, so full of myself, like I'm a benevolent reactor and I save channels and blow them up. But I would like to give you a couple of examples of times where channels we've reacted to, very small channels, have been able to turn it into a full-time career, and it has really helped them grow.
So no, this video isn't about...
Yeah, so Illuminati is definitely not low effort.
Shaming any sorts of reactors. Every big content creator started small. But in 2026, it is not forgiving. People know more. People do better. You have to do something to stand out. You can't just turn on your camera, say what everyone else is saying, and expect some sort of growth. It just doesn't work like that. I wouldn't say that the bar has inherently risen, especially from like a money standpoint, which I hate when people say stuff like that. It just kind of specialized. You're either gonna go high effort, high speed, or highly differentiated.
Yeah, man. A lot of people back then, they would just make faces and just let the video. Dan, never pause that. They'll just let it play like Jinx and Blasphemous HD. And I mean, bro, like, if you have nothing to offer, if you don't stand out, you will be forgotten. So yeah, he's right. The times definitely changed, but one person who I feel like has really been around for a long time and has kept his momentum, and you see it with his personality, Flight, bruh. Flight reacts throughout the years, has adapted, changed, formulated himself, improved. That's why he's one of those people that, like, I want my channel to be like him. I actually want to